Have you ever wondered what happens when one of the world's most popular destinations just empties out? That's exactly what's happening at Walt Disney World as we step into September 2025, a day that should be bustling with excitement, but instead there's an eerie calm in the air. Uh, uh, Before we dive into the details, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like. Um, it helps us bring more of these surprising stories right to you. On this particular day, September 10th, 2025, uh, Disney World is experiencing something most fans thought would never happen: incredibly low crowds. It's almost as if the magic has suddenly disappeared. Uh,
Live card trackers revealed shocking numbers, with wait times so low they could almost be mistaken for an off-season lull. Um,
but it's not the season. It's a mix of factors that are causing this drastic dip. First stop, Magic Kingdom, known as Disney's flagship park. You'd expect it to always be packed with guests. But on this day, it's a ghost town with a crowd level of just two. And what does that mean for the wait times? They're practically non-existent. Uh, some of the most popular rides, like Tiana's Bayou Adventure, have a mere 25-minute wait. And Space Mountain and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train uh, are also at record lows with waits of just 35 and 50 minutes, respectively. Then there's Epcot. Um, and Normally the park sees crowds swell during the Food and Wine Festival, but even this seasonal event couldn't save the day. The crowd level here is a modest 4, and even with festival goers flooding the park, the wait times are still ridiculously short. Soarin' had just a 15-minute wait, while Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind stood at 55 minutes. And it's a far cry from the usual festival madness. Next, Animal Kingdom is practically empty. With its smaller selection of attractions, the park is even quieter, sitting at a crowd level 2 audit. The headliner rides, like Avatar Flight of Passage and Expedition Everest, have wait times that barely break the 30-minute mark. It's a seem miracle when guests can walk straight into such popular attractions. But the biggest surprise comes from Disney's Hollywood Studios, uh, um, a park that once buzzed with activity thanks to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land, now finds itself with a crowd level 1, making it feel more like a deserted movie set than a theme park. Uh, Rides like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Millennium Falcon's Smuggler's Run have wait times of just 25 minutes. Even Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, a ride that usually sees waits of over 2 hours, is only at 120 minutes thanks to some earlier downtime. So what's causing this sudden drop in crowds? The most obvious factor is construction. Everywhere you look, there are walls blocking pathways and attractions, with fewer rides available, and the park atmosphere compromised, many guests are opting out of their plans. Add to that the skyrocketing prices, ticket prices, resort costs, and food prices are all on the rise, making a visit to Disney feel more like an expensive ordeal rather than a magical experience. And just when you thought things couldn't get worse, there's Epic Universe, this brand new Universal theme park, which opened just a few months ago, is drawing crowds away from Disney World. It's a tough competition when Universal's fresh attractions are pulling in fans who might have otherwise flocked to Disney. Even though the park is less crowded, Disney is still charging hefty fees for Lightning Lane access. Uh, you'd think that with that sort of wait times, the need for paid fast passes would go down, right? But nope, highly any the prices are still high, with fees ranging from $16 to $29 depending on the park and attraction. So, what does all this mean for Disney? It's a warning sign that things might not be as magical as they once were. The once untouchable appeal of Disney World is being chipped away by construction, high prices, and diminishing value, and even as the crowds thin out, Disney continues to charge extra for the privilege of skipping non-existent lines. It's a hard pill to swallow for fans who have supported the brand for decades. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Let's hope for a Disney comeback, or else it might just be the end of the magic.